Alright guys, James at RampantLionReviews again for you today. A little bit of a different video for you today. I'm in America, in Iowa, on the way to a friend's wedding, and we are, you can see, at Toppling Goliath. So we'll make a little video, let you see what it's all about, and we'll see what it's like. But you can see, if you look behind me, it's pretty much in the middle of a load of farmland and things. There's really not a lot about here, not even fields or anything like that. So we've driven for about 3 or 4 hours on the way to western Iowa, just to to get out, and we sort of planned the route so this was on the way. So time for a couple of beers. So yeah, pretty massive inside this place. There's the gift shop, my dad walking over there, and then the bar. So we'll go and see what they've got. Just a little up close video of the bar for you, which is kind of cool. So you can see all the taps there, quite nice. Yeah. Alright guys, so just sitting upstairs in Toppling Goliath now because it's a little bit quieter and obviously we want to have a decent level of sound. So yeah, I got a little kind of glass of King Sue and had a few sips of it. It's really nice when it's fresh actually. So yeah, to me, compared to how it is in the can, it feels quite sort of light in the body actually. It still has that, New England smoothness that you would expect. It's the fruity side of the beer for me. It's got a nice little mix of it's kind of passion fruity, pineapple-y, I would say, a little bit of mango in there. Not really any not too much in the way of the darker tropical fruits that you'd expect. Green side of the hops, I would say, is more grassy than anything else. The malt base is kind of sort of pale malty, maybe a little bit wheaty. The oats don't have such a big creaminess to them, and I was curious about that because this is a double IPA sitting somewhere around 8%. Odd thing as well is that my phone doesn't have any internet signal and stuff out here, so yeah, it's kind of interesting that, and I can't get onto the Wi-Fi at the moment either, which is a bit annoying, but it's cool to try this beer. I was told by Jesse that I should have a go at this beer, Jesse Holden, who's followed the channel for ages, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I bought a mixed 4-pack which had Pseudo Sue, Hop Smack, King Sue, and also Scorpius I think it was called. My dad took it out to the car, but yeah, no, it's cool to try this beer on tap. And the thing that surprised me about this is how drinkable it is for a big kind of double New England IPA. It's very light and quite wet in its mouthfeel compared to what I thought it would be. I would always have thought on tap that it would be like a little bit smoother and a little bit thicker. So it's an interesting thing to take on that, but I have to say, with the brewery overall, they've got some really kind of nice merchandise down there. It's a really big open space. There's obviously been a lot of money invested here, which is kind of cool. They're showing the sports and things too, and like I say, it's in the middle of, that's the thing, is it seems to be almost in the middle of nowhere, if you like, but obviously the US has a lot more space than Scotland and Sweden does, and Americans don't seem to think anything about driving hours for to get somewhere. So it'd just be interesting when everyone's a bit drunk, unless you've got a designated driver, how exactly do you get home? But yeah, I really like this beer, I have to say. I'm looking forward to doing a kind of more in-depth review for you on the can that I bought when I'll take that back to Sweden and review. But it's been really cool to pop into this brewery, and it was just on the chance that we were popping through. So yeah, really pleased with that. But I'll give you a couple of other little video things. I mean, you can see behind me, if we go around this way, I'm not sure because of the natural light, but there's a really nice view out over there, so I'll go and take a few stills of that. So yeah, just kind of behind me where I was sitting in the brewery, you can actually sort of look down and see all the tanks and things like that. I think the grain masher and stuff like this. And if you walk along this way, you can kind of go through and just see the other tanks and stuff like that, the boiling kettles and things, which is kind of cool. And we just come to the middle of the place. So down here, you can see the merchandise part of the bar, and then over here, this is the actual part where you're getting the taps, and just over there at that bar, that was where I was sitting a minute ago when I was doing the beer tasting for you. But yeah, really kind of very nice, modern interior, and of course we have America, which is good, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean, if you look for miles around, it's just Iowa. It's just kind of completely flat. There's not really all that much going on. It seems to be that a lot of people are obviously in agriculture and things like this, farmers and all of this kind of thing, but it is actually, you know, quite pretty, and we've got a decent day. It's clouded up again a little bit now, but earlier on it was really quite sunny, so yeah, nice day driving through the Iowa countryside. Little quick look at the merchandise for you as well, so you can see all the hats and stuff like this. This is something you don't really get too much of in European breweries and stuff like this. I mean, Malmö Brewing Company, they have a little bit of stuff. I quite like this thing actually, where you can buy the little can magnets. That's pretty cool. They've even got their own cycling shirts, stuff like this. Bag as well. Lots of different t-shirts and things, so yeah, cool, a lot of different stuff. And again, as I say, you usually only get like a very kind of simple brewery shirt and things like that, which is kind of cool. So yeah, cool. There you can see the nice big King Sue cutout. So yeah, some really interesting stuff. I do like the artwork actually that Toppling Goliath have on their stuff. So this is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, so end of my little visit, very short visit, only about 20-30 minutes, something like that, to Toppling Goliath Brewing Co. and a quick beer, and now the drive on so that I get to over to the other side of Iowa in time. But yeah, really cool to come here. Interesting climate and stuff as well. I mean, it's very similar actually to Skåne and back home in Scotland, but really cool to come here, try the King Sue Untappd, just a flying visit. And that was actually the first ever craft beer that I bought in a bar in America, because the last time I was here I was only 18 or 19. It's been 9 years since I was in America, so my very first craft brewery visit in America, and I guess, you know, not a bad one to start with and a good beer to try as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little out and about video. I'll put more of these together during my time in Chicago, because Jesse is going to give me a little beer tour, so I hope you enjoy these, and if you like them, maybe I'll do more of them in Sweden and Malmö and stuff like that. So yeah, take it easy, catch you guys soon, cheers.